Helen. Our today's topic is going to be on mobile app as a tool for natural family planning. Now, mobile apps, a lot of mobile apps has been developed. Some people will say, if there is mobile app, why did you discuss circle bead previously in your video? My previous video, I discussed circle bead because a lot of people don't have money to get sophisticated phones, the Android phones. Some people don't even have data, they even have the money to buy the phone, they don't even have money for data. While some might even have money for the data, but power will be a problem, lights will be a problem. So this is why I had to discuss the circle bead, so that at least your circle bead will be handy for you before mobile app. Now, mobile app, scientists have developed over 100 more different type of mobile apps, which include the natural circle, the glow, Kindara, even circle bead app. We have circle bead app, we have flow, different types. So these are examples of the mobile app I'm talking about, used for tracking period. Then whenever it says you can have, you're free to have sex, or this period you're not fertile, you will now have sex with your husband that period. When those periods, it says that it gives you a red light, like the natural circle, it will just show you a red this thing and it will tell you that you're not supposed to have sex that particular period. So what you will do is you will just avoid sex or use other method that I'm going to discuss shortly in my next video. Now, what we are going to look at is how to use this mobile app effectively. This mobile app were developed using the method, the reading method, standard day method that the circle bead use, the reading method, which the basal, you have to measure your basal body temperature, the cervical mucus method. This cervical mucus method is, some of us don't know that our vagina, that there is a mucus that used to come out. Sometimes it will be dry, sometimes wet, sometimes sticky, sometimes it will be in form of as if it's like elastic a little bit. Let's say egg white, like the egg white when you have not fried it or cooked it, the way it's drawing, that's the way it is. Now, what they did was, scientists use these data to create an algorithm that whenever you input your data, is going to, with all those data you've given them, is going to tell you when you're supposed to ovulate, when you're fertile, and when you're not fertile, and then tell you when you're expecting your next period. Of all these apps, none of them have been certified for now, except the natural circle. The natural circle has been given a waiver to sell itself as contraceptive by the US Food and Drug Administration. Now, you need to subscribe to that one to be able to access it. It's a paid subscription. The rules that I want to advise us to follow when we want to use a mobile app as a tool for natural family planning are as follows. Number one, you must input correct information. Not when they ask you your age, you just put anything. Please, all these apps work with the age, because there is an age that they were expecting you to have lesser period or longer period or something. So please give them correct information. When you're inputting, if you're moody, you're happy, because different apps ask different questions, you should be able to give correct information to this app, because this app is not human being. It is what, an application, and it's going to work based on what you tell it to do. The second rule is the basal body temperature rule. What is basal body temperature? Basal body temperature is the temperature of our body, the lowest temperature of our body when our body is at rest. Especially when you wake up very early in the morning, that's when you get the appropriate basal body temperature. Before doing anything, immediately you just rise up from bed, you just use your basal body thermometer and put it in your mouth, because it's not all thermometer that measure basal body temperature. There's a thermometer that is precisely for that aspect. Is the basal body thermometer. You can get it in a pharmacy or in any of all these offices that sell scientific equipment, or laboratory equipment, you can get it there. So what you do is to measure your body temperature. When you measure that body temperature, please be consistent with the timing. For instance, if first thing in the morning you wake up around to 6 or to 5, please be consistent. Let it be within that time that you are measuring the basal body temperature. The second rule is that don't go and jog or do exercise and come back and say, after all, it's still morning, let me measure my temperature. No. You don't have to exercise. Just first thing in the morning, measure the temperature and input it in your phone. Thirdly, you have to measure this temperature at least 5 times in a week. Even if you can't measure throughout, you measure it consistently and impute it. There will be a time you will not need to be measuring it all the time, just for the data, the system to have your data. Now there is another rule. When you're angry, unhappy, you woke up, you're not feeling too well, you're sick, please don't impute data that day. Just avoid that very day. It's not compulsory you must impute data. Just make sure that the data you're imputing is accurate. Now the third rule, our advice, that one is coming from me, because that is the way I've been doing it, that is working for me. You have to have like 2 or 3 apps. Me, I have 2 in my phone. What you will do is, because I use those 2 along with the circle bead, you have 2 or 3 apps in your phone. Those 2 apps that you have in your phone, so that when the 2 give you green light, you know, yes, you're good to go. When the 2, one gives you green, one give you red, you be skeptical, observe your body, then you try other methods so that you will not risk it. Then another thing is to, when the app tells you, that's the 4th rule, when the app tells you that you're not supposed to use this app, for instance, the circle bead app that I'm using, there was this time I tried to impute a wrong data to see what it will give me. It just automatically showed me a message that you're not supposed to use this app, meaning my flow is not between the 26 days and 32 days circle. So whenever it tells you that you're not supposed to use this app, please just shut it down and try another app, except of course it was a mistake like I did, or intentional, then you now impute the correct data. Finally, I would advise that when you are imputing data for the first time, if you're going to be downloading this app for the first time, please wait for like 2 or 3 months. If possible, give it 6 months or 1 year if you've not done that before. For somebody that has done that before, you already know how your system works. You can easily just answer questions. But if you have not done that before you start using the app, give it like 2 or 3 months and be sure that it is consistent within that range. That's what it always gives you. That's when you will now say, okay, I'm going to be using this app to monitor my ovulation period or monitor my free period. Because if you don't wait for some months, you can just go in and then you come out crying that this app did not work for me. This app did not work for me. So what I want all of us to note is that nothing is 100%. The only thing that is 100% is abstinence. And I can't advise any married man or woman to abstain. It's impossible for them to abstain. That means they will be having babies once in a year, or having babies, having sex once in a year, or once in 6 years. No, that is impossible. So that is why I advise that we always track our period, so we'll know when to abstain or when not to abstain, when to use other method like the withdrawal or any other method, which I'm going to talk about next in my next video. Now, thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the video. Tell your friends to subscribe to my channel. Share for other people to see so that they can also subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I would love that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the watch time. Thank you. I really appreciate. God bless you. Bye.